Hello, hello. Unfortunate timing. I'm here. Let's see. Hello, Deacon. Hello, Lorraine. Hello, Fredward. It is not controller day today. I haven't done much else this day, today or this weekend, so I feel up to using a mouse and keyboard. It won't be a super long stream because my retainer is still half off, so talking for long periods is a bit difficult. But I can still stream for probably a couple hours. Okay. But yeah, I can't hear the game. Hold on. Yeah, I mentioned it yesterday, but my retainer, the permanent retainer I have, half fell off, which means my tongue keeps bumping into it. So talking is sometimes tricky, depending on what words I say, which is great. I loved having braces and being rewarded with a permanent wire on the back of my teeth. Hopefully, I can get in this week to get rid of it. Controller days will be any day I don't feel good, so probably pretty frequently. It's not like I can just not do them if I want to use my computer. I can't hear the game. Oh, there's just no sound. But it wasn't really like that. I was mostly just joking yesterday. It wasn't just because I was using a controller. It's because I had to redesign the base because I unlocked new stuff. That would have happened either way, regardless of if I was using a controller. Like, all this stuff that I did was not possible to do a different way until I got this expansion up here. So like it would have happened either way. Let's see. What do we need to do? This is making steel. Today is whatever happens day. We don't really have any set goals. We just need to make sure everything we currently have works. See, it looks like I managed to clear the red belts, so that's good. I wonder if I can move some. That can't be good. Oh, we just warped to a new planet. We haven't set up water yet. That would do it. That would do it. What's on this planet? I remember it missing something, right? Oh, it reminds me of home. Okay, I thought thought the planet was missing something. That's manageable. One day we'll get a boiler floor. Maybe we can get that today. Also, I somehow have 18 construction bots. So the glitch that deleted bots also gave me bots. So I'm not complaining about that. But it doubled the amount of construction bots I have instead of deleting them. So that's cool. Glitches are weird. Let's see, what do I need? Gun turret? Yeah, I should probably repair these just so they use less space in my inventory. Get rid of science. What else can I do? I have a lot of chests. I don't think I'll ever need wooden chests again, so I'm just gonna put them in a chest. Put the wooden chest in a wooden chest. There we go. Currently, I am looking for pipe. Let's see, does this overproduce anything? No, it does not. Okay. Cool. We have pipe. We need more pipe to ground so that way we can finish oil or setting up oil. And we're also not mining anything. Wait, why isn't this Oh, it's just because it ran out of its buffer. Okay. I thought I messed up the balancing, but yeah, it's just a buffer thing. That's okay. This planet is not missing anything, but I don't know what we need. We probably actually do need copper because I don't think we mined it last time. So we might have to manually mine coal, which is a bit not ideal, but it's not like the end of the world or anything. I'm doing okay today. My teeth are my retainer is really bothering me, but you know, and overall I'm doing decently today. Definitely don't like having to eat everything with the side of my mouth though, because some foods are pretty tricky to eat like that, if I'm being honest. Some are manageable, but some are just like weird. So that's been a fun fun adventure. Let's see, do I have enough on me to make this? I don't actually know. No, I don't have. Not even close. I thought I would at least have like something, but nope. Not even close. Okay. Well, we don't have undergrounds produced anywhere. Do we have iron? I don't think we keep iron in a chest. Huh. Yeah, we probably should buffer iron, shouldn't we? Where should we do it? There isn't really a good spot. This would work. It's a weird way to do it, but it would work. Yeah, this will do it. Yeah, we have some like left over, but we're not buffering it, is what I mean. It's like while we have some we can use, I want to have a buffer that will actually replenish itself at some point, so that's what we're adding right now. Okay, that should be good. We have enough belts. Honestly, if we just take this for now, that'll be good. Okay, and then we need these, and then we probably need more power poles actually, which need copper, which we also don't have a buffer of. Let's actually switch this. Originally, this was intended to drop stuff off, but now I realize this would just be a good place for a copper buffer, so let's leave that. Okay, use our portal to go like 10 tiles, but you know, there's no reason to not use it. Honestly, we should probably just get the whole patch while we can, because I don't think we're likely to have this good of a patch anytime soon. And I think we have enough buffers that we might as well utilize it while we can, because it's really close to the base, so it'll be really easy to delete. We do need to make sure we actually defend it, though, which is something we don't tend to do. Yeah, what you just said. Don't forget the turrets. I'm actually on top of it for once. And then drop the rest over here, and that should be good. I mean, that should cover both halves of it. I don't know how we didn't have enough drills, honestly, but that's okay. We'll just delete them. We got enough. 50. Honestly, this is probably overproduced too. I imagine it's backing up because of all the, what are they called? All the mining productivity bonuses you have. So let's upgrade the end. And same for this one. But yeah, everything works like 50% more. I don't know. I want to say we have like a 200% bonus. So this is actually equivalent to like, or sorry, 100% bonus. So this is equivalent to like 100 drills. It's which button is it? I think it's this one. Let's see which mining. Oh, 110. Yeah, we have a lot of mining prod bonus. So yeah, this is definitely almost a full. This is almost a full red belt. So it's still probably idling a little bit, but it's good enough. Can we actually buffer that much iron? I don't think we can buffer that much coal. Because the way I have this design can only handle... How do I have this design? Wait, what is this? I guess it works. We're not able to buffer this much coal. I thought we made this larger. I guess we weren't actually expecting to ever mine this much, so that makes sense. For now, let's just do this. Because I do want this coal. And it would be pretty easy to just delete everything. It would be easy to delete everything, but that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. It should be, this should work. Hey, we don't have any way to get coal from here over to here. So what if we do this? I don't really know where this coal goes. If I'm being honest. I think, okay, I think I know it. I think I know what's up. What if instead, what if we mine stuff and send it onto these lanes? That might not be a terrible idea. Because I can process more resources through here. Like, it can process up to 2 yellow belts. Kind of up to 2 red belts. Not really up to 2 red belts. We need one more upgrade before we can process that. Never mind. Let's not bother changing that. Let's just keep researching. Let's get a boiler floor upgrade. Which, honestly, we should check out the boiler floor. Yeah. How's our power? Power is decent. Okay. We might be able to put oil down here. I don't really have a need to do it yet. I want to get oil started, and I just want to get it started up top. Seems like the easiest thing to do. because starting oil, like to start blue science, you don't, to power blue science by itself, you do not need a ton of chem plants for like powering 12 chemical or 12 blue assemblers, which is as many as we'll have. So I'm not too worried there. Can we put it here? Would that be a good spot? I think we can make this spot work. And with the stack size upgrade, this is actually fine. Oops, sorry. This is supposed to go one tile over. That, you know, this will use the whole belt of coal if it wants. But that's honestly not a terrible idea. Like that, this is pretty clean. So yeah, I'll just go with that. It does the job. And then I think we're just gonna buffer plastic as well. Oh, that is not a great spot for that. Okay. I need a larger buffer. I shouldn't have a throughput issue, so I think I can just do this. Yeah, this will work, and then there's an output. Sure. Yeah, let's go with that. We'll be able to output it eventually. Should we get a tank? We should definitely get a tank. Not an attack tank. We just need like a fluid tank up here. But what should we buffer? Should we buffer oil or the outputs? Probably oil. I think oil is more dense than the outputs, right? No, it's not. Maybe once it get into advanced oil. Advanced oil processing. No, actually. Okay, so it doesn't... Technically, buffering the petroleum would be better, but realistically, I don't have a ton of production here, so I guess we'll need to do both. Do we have pump jacks? I don't know how big the oil we will be expecting is. Probably pretty small. But pump jacks are also really fairly cheap, so we're just gonna make a ton of them because we can. We also need some more piped grounds. That's probably good because most of the stuff is just going to be teleported instantly to the base, and then we need more tanks. Okay, there we go. How is this not consuming? Oh, because we're not using military science right now. Okay, I do actually want to buffer military science because military science doesn't... Well, one, I don't want it to be this big. So that way, like, I never want it to be able to run this speed because we're kind of sharing military sciences and defenses. We could also add a prio as well to help with that. Let's see which direction prio is towards defenses. We could do this, but honestly, I'd rather just limit the max production. But yeah, this just gives us a bit more space because we can take this and we can move it down to the middle. So then it's not as cramped, like trying to fit something into this corner. And we'll still have plenty of military science production that way. But yeah, I would really like to move this down if I could. I might do that right now. I mean, it's not super difficult. I mean, it is a decent amount of actions to clear all the belts. But as long as I don't let go of right click, we won't accidentally delete the wrong belt. So that's the important thing. But yeah, smaller military science, but buffered should be good. Buffering like green and red science doesn't seem that useful because pretty much everything requires that. But I don't think everything is going to require military science. At least a lot of things won't require military science. Less things need military science. Not nothing, but definitely less. This also just makes it easier to connect this, right? I really want to sideload this. Wait, I do sideload it early. I just sideload on a bad spot. That's silly. Okay. Can I sideload the walls instead? Will that work? Yes. And since we just deleted it, perfect. So we can completely eliminate this sideload. We don't need it. And then this we can shift over one tile. Do we need to filter out grenades? We're not... Yeah, we don't need to filter out the grenades that way. We can just go straight. It's a little bit more compact. And then iron, let's go... Let's go down here. Make the corners a little bit tighter, just so it's cleaner and easier to feed things through later if I need. Okay. I think everything is good. Let's give this all of our walls. We definitely don't need those. We definitely don't need this many grenades. Considering we like never attack bases. Okay, we'll keep 2 stacks. Okay, I think military science looks a lot better. I mean, it's smaller, so we're not producing more, but we're producing enough for sure. But yeah, now we have a buffer. We've never really had a buffer. Maybe we should just buffer everything. Because we do forget to research a lot. Let's try buffering right now. Just because we don't know what we need, and honestly, until we get blue science, we probably don't need a lot. And I think we are actually, ever since the expansion, we are producing more than we're consuming because we have more than twice the iron production. And okay, we technically have less copper production, but that's just because we haven't made the steel furnaces. It's not because we don't have the ability to. It's just because we haven't. But that's an easy fix. But we're handcrafting furnaces, so is there anywhere? Let's see, do we deliver walls? I guess we ran out of buffered walls. Okay, that's okay. What do we need? More? Ooh. I mean, this isn't going to increase the size, right? Like, we learned our mistake last time, or we learned from our mistake last time of this is useless because we don't have anything in the factory floor. We're using the turret corners as the factory floor. So it just feels like a complete waste. And I don't know if it ever gets an upgrade. It probably upgrades with the factory floor upgrade, if I had to guess. Let's see, coal is really bad. Oh, wait, hold up. That would do it. Okay. Oh, wait, was that supposed to be attached? Hold up. I don't really know how our coal is handled. I think the issue is that I'm mining coal from the top, but anything mined up here doesn't actually make it to the basement. I don't know if there's a good fix for that, though. Because it depends how I want to get most of my coal, and that changes how I design these platforms. We could pass a second lane through. That is an option. Like we could use this one pretty easily. Then what's on here? Is this okay, if we make this a red belt and move this down a tile, it will be a little bit cleaner. And then that will allow us to send coal through here. The only reason this had to be a red belt is so I could belt weave. Because I wanted coal to go like this, except with the red belt. Okay, so now we can get coal from 2 different sources. Wait, does that just send it right back up? That's the wrong half. It's supposed to go here. What's on this belt? This is ammo. This is... Okay, we can't actually send coal all the way down. Never mind. Never mind. This didn't do anything. Yeah, we'll just have to decide where we want to get our coal from. That's kind of the only option. Okay, so how do we find oil? Do we just, like, get in a car and drive? I mean, it has to be that simple, right? Should we switch to regular yellow ammo? I think we should switch to yellow ammo again. I think piercing rounds is consuming way too many resources for no reason. Because how much more expensive are they? I mean, it's 3 times the price, which is a lot. But we're just not using... We don't need piercing rounds because we've been abandoning before medium biters. We could leave the production and just switch it over. I think that's the best option. So instead, do we have spare ammo? I think we have spare ammo production here. Yeah, there's enough iron. So we can actually upgrade yellow ammo production. And we'll still have plenty. So instead, we're going to take this. Which one goes to military science? Okay, obviously the one that goes to military science has to stay military science. And then regular ammo. This almost works, but not quite. Not quite. We can move this over, though. Yeah, we can move this one over. Because we still want to be producing military science. It's just we actually have no reason to use piercing rounds in our base. Because we don't stick around to medium biters, and if we do, there's only a handful, but yellow rounds one shot pretty much every biter type. So yeah, this is just 3 times cheaper with like almost no disadvantage, effectively. Because I think the round capacity is the same, right? They're both 10. So yeah, let's just keep using yellow. That will save a ton of unnecessary waste. You know, as opposed to necessary waste. I don't think we can actually get oil this round because we've been mining copper, or we've been mining coal. So maybe we should just, let's just prep for red chips. There's absolutely no reason for us to get plastic right now. We're only going to be on this planet for like 10 more minutes. So if that's the case, we can finish upgrading these pretty easily. That's pretty nice. We don't need more furnaces. I think we have all the production we need. We're producing some down here, or some gears and stuff down here. But honestly, we should just delete these. There's no iron getting through. Oh, is it because the ammo started again? I think it will clear itself out, but it will take a while for there to actually be spare iron here. And also I need to make sure these are all yellow belts. Yeah, but once yellow ammo backs up on the belt, I think it'll be okay. It's just for now, no iron is going to be getting through here. So I don't actually know how much production we have. But that's okay. Because we have plenty of pipe at the moment. Let's actually set... We'll use a filter inserter. Filter inserters... Like using splitters is decent, but honestly, I find filter inserters easier when making buffer chests that are just for like personal use. Just because it's a lot easier to glance at a filter inserter and know what you're grabbing than it is to glance at a splitter. Because it's really easy to accidentally mess up a splitter and flip it. It's really hard to accidentally mess up what a filter inserter is grabbing. So when speed isn't really a factor, I'm definitely going to go for the one that is easier to visualize. Why did I make these blue? Oh, right, because that's what I have. Okay, I think 4 is enough for our purposes of very little blue science. I don't even know if we have the production to support this, to be honest. We might need to get iron from somewhere if we actually want to. 100% we need to get iron. It's hard to tell because I don't know how much military science uses. Maybe we shouldn't be buffering military science. Maybe we should just use it as needed. Or we could cap it at 1,000 or something. Yeah, let's cap it at 1,000. That's enough for like 1 research from everything. Except for the red science one, because there was a red science research that cost like 10,000. But yeah, let's just not buffer these and I think we'll be okay. We could produce more iron. I think we do have enough iron. Maybe not. Maybe we don't have enough iron production. Am I using it unevenly? Because it should be perfectly evenly split. But I think, yeah, our smelting lane prioritizes this side, which is a bit unfortunate. But if it's prioritizing that side, that just means we're not consuming like the full lane. So I don't think it's really a problem. It just means when we start to run out of iron, we will have a slightly disproportionate consumption there, but that's okay. It doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be somewhat functional. We could get more iron here, right? It's a weird place to get more iron. But we could. We could take this iron and send it through. I think that's actually not a terrible idea. Because that's not a ton of spaghetti. Which one could say is a downside. If you want more spaghetti. Yeah, we're just gonna move this up, I think. If we send it here, how do we get it to the other side? That's what I'm struggling with right now. I guess if we just redo it, that's probably the easiest way. And then we need more iron here, which... Why didn't this do anything? Shouldn't there be enough space? I thought I moved it up 1 tile. Maybe I didn't quite move it up 1 tile. Well, that's fine. We can just sideload here instead. Okay, it needs to be a red belt though. Okay, we'll move it up one more tile. Yeah, I could have sworn we moved it up a tile, but that's fine. Now we should have enough space to fit it pretty easily. Okay, perfect. Perfect. I think. Just delete those so I can visualize it properly. Okay, we're good. And then let's actually split it here instead. Wait, why would I do that? No, it was fine how it was. Right, this splitter was just to get coal over there. There's another way to get coal. I can just do this. Okay, and then this actually doesn't need to be a red belt. Yeah, but now that we have these, we can split it off this way instead to get coal. And these are all going to be on the wrong side, but that's an easy fix. Kind of an easy fix, except our inventory's full. But aside from that, we can work with it. Okay, drop off the coal, drop off the iron. Hope that we cleared up enough inventory. Perfect. There we go. I think this is not a whole lane. Oh, it is a whole lane. Like exactly a whole lane. Perfect. Okay, so I think we have enough iron. Because this is a red belt, right? So one red belt can supply 24 furnaces. Power? You mean for the thing I was working on? Yeah, I just wanted to build it first. But it's really hard to miss a power connection, generally. So they tend to be the last thing I end up doing. Okay, but this is half a lane, so hopefully we have some more iron that we can use now. We'll just send it straight down. And then we somehow need to get it up there, which I guess isn't that awful. Because we can just cut through here. It's not like we're using these outposts for anything. There we go. Kind of. Yeah. Wait, did we not mine iron this time? I'm very confused. Where's our base? Did one of the upgrades we do messed with it? No, I 100% placed it. Because I don't have it in my inventory, so it must have been an upgrade. Probably one of the stairs upgrades. Okay, that would explain why we stopped getting iron. That one doesn't make sense. Size upgrades, I understand. Oh, wait. We got a loader upgrade, really? Did that delete anything? I don't think so. Yeah, I'm on top of the clock, don't worry. I check it pretty frequently. I just wanted to figure out the mining thing first. Because, like, we have enough defenses now that we really can't be overwhelmed that badly. I mean, we might lose some miners, but now that we actually have miners automated and all that good stuff, it's less... A lot of things are less critical now if we lose them, unlike before. Okay, there we go. I mean, we've never really lost much to mediums and spitters, and mediums are honestly not a problem at all. We basically one-shot them. Spitters are annoying because they do damage stuff, but it's more the blinky rather than actually like dealing damage sort of problem. At least for our main base. These manually placed outposts do lose a bit of stuff, but the important stuff is protected. And we can just leave this. I don't think it actually matters if we pick it up because I'm pretty sure it's not in our inventory after we travel anyway. Okay, we should be good. Yeah, we still like drop mediums instantly. Although we did switch to yellow, so maybe that won't be the case. But yeah, we'll hold out just fine. We'll just stay up here and defend just in case. Although now that we haven't increased the turrets we have, so I think part of the problem is we just don't have more turrets since we got our latest expansion. Even though we definitely need more turrets. Because we did increase the base size by a sizable chunk. At least around the corners, because the corners have trouble getting into enemy range. Okay, cool. And then let's go get water. Which we could buffer more water. We don't need to, but we could buffer more water. And then we'll buffer oil here. Because honestly, buffering petroleum is easier than... Or buffering just the crude oil is easier than buffering the outputs, but we'll do both for now. That's probably safe. Okay, and then oil is good. Or water is good, we recovered that. And then what does that leave? That leaves figuring out blue science. Okay, this never got power. Awesome, so what upgrade did I get? Warp platform energy. No, that's not it. What did we upgrade that added a logistics thing? I don't remember getting anything that said it upgraded the logistics, because there is a third belt, but I don't remember grabbing it. Oh well. Let's just grab this so we get some more space in the factory floor. It's not a ton, but it adds like 9 tiles. No, it adds like a 3 tile range. The stairs one is supposed to just be flow rate though, isn't it? Because there's this thing now. And I don't remember getting that, researching that, unless it was just like a secret one. Flow rate and capacity. Yeah, flow rate and capacity for the stairs. That's an energy thing. The loader things they call something else. They call it like speed or logistics belt or something. Probably just an oversight in the description. That tends to happen with things that change a lot. Change a lot of stuff. Okay, so we have copper here. We need wire. We also have these. Oh wait, these are the gears I wanted to use for... Did I want to use these gears for engines? Was my intention to have engines produced here? Maybe maybe that's why I have this. I wanted to produce more iron here rather than here. Oh well. We've already produced the engines. It's too late. No going back. Okay, so this needs to be wire though. I know that much, which we're just gonna sloppily do this. Well, the buffer was for personal use, but the only reason I would have gears on this belt would be if I wanted to send it somewhere else. Because... Yeah, if I wanted it to just be personal use, I would have buffered it here. So I definitely had another intention, but obviously it wasn't that important. You wish this mode had a better tooltip? Because everybody's confused about which platform is which. I mean, the platform things have never been throwing me off too much. The main thing for me is just that the descriptions are pretty inconsistent. Rather than like... They're too similar, because like the harvester floor and the harvester platform, like things like that are just too close to each other to not have a better distinguisher. Like I know it's an entire word, but they don't look that much different. Is there even water on this planet? Yeah, the descriptions definitely could be improved. Because one thing that threw me off a lot in the beginning was what extra speed or like a belt number meant for like these 3 things. Yeah, I guess there is no water. Usually the deserted planets at least have water, but that's okay. It's not like our factory needs to run. We'll just use this as a nice relaxing time to figure out red chips, which honestly won't be that hard. Because this is way too many. Why did I make this many? Uh, if I'm more realistic about how much we need. Because I'm planning to do like 12 blue science assemblers, right? If I'm only doing 12 blue science assemblers, I only need this much wire, which is not too bad. And then we can even sideload this probably. And then maybe we will end up doing gears up here. I'm not really sure, but we're going to be producing blue science here, actually in the beacon range. We might as well use it if we have it, right? Okay, so that's wire. Plastic will come from the bottom. Do we want to do belt weaving? We don't really need to do belt weaving. There's enough space. So we're just going to have... We won't do the double longs because obviously those are pretty wasteful of space. Let's see what else. What else can we get? Landmines? Oh yeah, let's get landmines. Actually, landmines would be pretty good. Worker robot size? Sure. Honestly, none of these are that useful. Inserter capacity bonus will eventually be useful. I mean, we might as well have more. Oh wait, I could just make one, right? Yeah, I could just make one. And copy it would probably be the smarter option. Because of all our capacity bonuses, we can also just copy it like this, which would be good. Okay, yeah, this should work. How did I copy that extra tile though? Oops. That is where I wanted to build blue signs. Let's move it up a few tiles. Because this is the size I wanted it to be, right? Yeah, it's a little smaller than I wanted, but speed modules will fix that. We can make this work. It does fit here. We'll have to move our gear chest, but yeah, we can fit it here. Oh, right, because I forgot, we buffered like a bajillion gears that we didn't need to buffer. Because we were just trying to clear our inventory or something. Or no, we just left it uncapped. Oh, that'll work. And then, do we need more assembly machines? I don't think so. And then plastic will obviously come through here. What if we move green science to go around here somehow? We free up a lot of space. Especially if we go onto this belt. Yeah, let's see if we can get green science on here. I think that's the cleanest option. In some sense. In other ways, it's much less clean. So maybe it's a bad decision, but I think we can make it work. I mean, what part of this mod has ever been good decisions? Yeah, so this is right in line with it. Hello, Timothy. Welcome. Thanks for the follow. We are playing Warptorio today. It is a mess, and it's great. I don't know how. Right now we've mostly been cleaning up the base. It looks a lot cleaner. That's not saying much because the bar was really low, but it does look a lot cleaner. Like, we can't deny that. Okay, here we go. This is a nice line we can use. The basics of it are pretty simple. Every so often your base teleports, so you're stuck building your factory within like a small area that moves around with you. You can build off of it, but the resources are lost if you don't recover them later. So basically it's just a challenge to either build compactly or hand feed everything forever. But it's been fun. We can move this up. Wait, why do we even have power here? Yeah, it's a cool concept because I've never really had to build compactly before. So it's definitely a nice change. Out of the green science splitter, direct red underground might make your life easier. Hey, I guess now that it's going down again, we could do that. It actually is not that much easier. I want it on the other side. How do I get it on the other side? I can still sideload it here though, so it's a bit early, a bit better. Is there a progression when you warp, like harder, closer to base biters? There's no progression based on like the warps, as far as I know. Although the more you warp, the longer it does take to warp. But and the larger your base, the faster biters evolve, because you are producing more pollution. But it's not like immediately noticeable. It's just biters evolve a lot faster. It's not like an immediate jump, but they will get powerful faster the farther you get. But you can also just start warping earlier, because there is this warp charge. But usually, I mean, I've warped 58 times, and the warp charge has always been under 10 minutes. And like, it would be really hard for me to not be able to survive 10 minutes. So initially, the warp charge was tough. Back when it was like when I could only survive 5 minutes, having it charge for 3 was really rough. But now that I can usually survive half an hour, having it charge for 3 really is not a problem. Because if I'm really scared of a planet, I can just abandon it, and then I'll be done before the first spider attack. Launch a rocket with Crestorio, that Warptorio. Fun, I guess. Congrats. See, we can clean this up if we want to. I don't think we really cleared up any space like that. Maybe a little. Maybe it'll be good later. Yeah, it's a pretty cool mod. I like it. You get used to like what the upgrades do. Some of them still do things that either they don't mention or they don't describe well, but sometimes I think it just doesn't mention it. But there's a lot of cool upgrades, which makes it really neat. I really like the harvester platforms. Once I got those, the mod got a lot more interesting because before that it was just really tedious. I mean, it's still tedious because you have to build so small, but it's not like super tedious, right? Because you don't have to dismantle everything all the time. At best, I maybe have to dismantle one thing. How did I come up with my name? I needed an account name for like Diablo 2 or something a long time ago. And I usually tend to have a lot of patience when it comes to doing dumb challenges and stuff in games. So I felt the irony of it would be great. And then I kept it because it was a really funny name for speedrunning as well. But yeah, it's nothing like super in depth. I just wanted something a little bit slightly ironic. We don't need this side load here anymore.
Beef taco, beef taco.
How do I do this? Let's move this up. Trying to see if there's anything we can clean up because currently we can't get resources from this planet, but we also don't get biters from this planet. What did this used to be? Was this ammo? Okay, I can probably cut this, send it a lot sooner, so that'll clear up a lot of space up here. We're trying to move things around because we need to fit blue science here. So to do that, we just need to move where all the belts go. We could also sideload copper here, which isn't a terrible idea. Can we shift this over? Yes, we can shift this over. So that'll help. Because what I want is for this copper belt to collide here. And it needs to actually be a red belt if it collides here. So it does use a little bit more red belt this way, but that's honestly not a problem. Did that side swap or did I just sideload it wrong? Okay, we didn't accidentally do a side swap. Perfect. Okay, so I guess we can just dump a chest here. Maybe we should just go clear our inventory somewhere. We have like kind of a sorter at the bottom. We can sort out unprocessed resources, I guess. We can't really sort most things, but we can get rid of like coal. We can get rid of copper or iron ore and stone if we just throw it in a chest in the basement. Okay, this looks fine. Okay, so if we shift this down and cut the gears through here, I think we'll be okay. Let's just assume we don't need this liquid. Replace it with red belt just so we can get this distance. Yeah, it definitely looks cleaner. I don't know if it is cleaner, but it looks cleaner, and that's the important thing. Hopefully we didn't cut any critical belts. I don't think we did, but there is always that chance. We didn't really need to do this with the power, because we will be like rerouting the power anyway. But figured I might as well. And then this part's tricky. Okay, what if we go all the way around? Because I want all of the blue science assemblers to be next to each other. So I really want this to be like a tight turn. Because I think that simplifies things a lot. Even if we have some undergrounds. Wow, this is a lot of stuff. Where can I dump coal? Oh, there's a lot of chests I can dump coal. Perfect. Okay, that's way nicer. And then, which side is copper on? Ah, that's actually perfect. I think. We sideloaded a little bit unintentionally, but we should be good. Okay, look at this space. This is so much nicer. Okay, so how many? Wait, what does? Hold up. What does blue science need? I know it needs red chips. It needs sulfur. Where do we want to produce sulfur? We could produce sulfur at the top. Can we do sulfur down here? It would probably be a bad idea to do sulfur down here. We could though. We could do it down here because we have water. Honestly, we're just gonna do it down here. Like we can very easily add petroleum here. I think that's easier than trying to get a belt. And then engines come from down here somehow. That's a long way for distances to travel. Produce sulfur next to plastic. It's a lot easier to move liquids down a layer than it is to move solids. So conceptually, having sulfur next to plastic makes sense, but because you can't have things go on the same belts, that kind of makes it a bit trickier. So they would have to be dedicated belts. So then I would need to use two belts to get one for plastic and one for sulfur. And I want to keep one of these belts clean, just in case I need something else later. But it would be very easy to get like petroleum here. You used use synonym. Wait, synonyms or antonyms? Use antonyms of my name for for coming up with your save name. That's great. I for my well, I haven't really uploaded to it yet. I was thinking of making a Let's Play channel for non Factorio stuff, and it was gonna be called Pro like Impatience or something like that. I'm not sure. It was just gonna reverse the words, but I'm not really sure. I did make a VOD channel though. I did actually make that. Anti-patient archives. So if people miss a stream, they can see my VODs. I wish I could upload them high quality, but I am not able to do that because my internet cannot upload a 2-hour high quality stream every like day. I don't really have any mods on. I don't think this is accurate. No, I don't. That's a different playthrough. That's tomorrow's playthrough. But it's pretty much just Warptorio, and then I have even distribution and the starting robots small start or tiny start, something like that. As far as I know, the current record is mine, 122.59. I haven't really been following the speedrunning scene, but I imagine I still have it, at least for a little bit. Badza got us up 123, but then had to retire for a bit due to health stuff. So now I'm just doing modded playthroughs and challenge runs. Because speedrunning this game was a lot more demanding than I could handle. Let's go. that doesn't work. I was hoping to clean it up a little bit. Oh, well, that's fine. That's fine. Let's see, can we drop this off? Yes, we can. Perfect. Okay. So we can output blue science onto the engine belt. That would help a lot. So we're obviously going to need belt weaving, so it's probably going to look something like this. Yeah, I think it's going to look like... Well, wait, if we do it this way, we can't do double-sided. And if it can't be double-sided, is it actually more compact? I don't think so. So... How can we do this? Blue science... We obviously need 2 input things. I want to make it double-sided. What if we do 5 belts? No, that's definitely not better. Uh, we'll do belt weaving. I think that's the solution. So this one doesn't need to be belt woven. This one does. You're astonished how I managed to commentate chat while I speedrun. I'm glad you appreciate that. That's definitely one of my favorite compliments. Because it can be a bit tricky at times to read chat during Factorio speedrunning. So I'm always happy that I managed to do it. Because sometimes I feel like I don't talk enough, but then I remember it's Factorio speedrunning and it has like absolutely no breaks, like at all. There's very little downtime, which definitely makes it trickier. Does this work? And then we need an output here, an input here, and an input here. Okay, is everything powered? Everything is powered, okay. And then we can't keep the same inserter pattern though. Belt weaving. Belt weaving is rough sometimes. So how do we do it? We can't just like copy and reverse it. So now we just have to redo it. Input. Which one's the output? Yellow is output, red is input. And then that's an input, that's good. Yellow is wait, which one did I just say? Yellow is output? That means this is rotated the wrong way. This was input, this one's output, this one's input. Okay, this should be something I can tessellate now. Or at least in theory. Why can't I tessellate this? Do I need 3 sets? How do belt weaving is so confusing. Huh. How much do you need? I guess 2 divided by 6, right? 4 divided by 6. Oh, okay, yeah, you can't tessellate it at all. Belt weaving is rough. That's what I'm getting from this. I mean, I guess it's not designed to be, like, easy to set up. It's just supposed to be compact. Obviously, if you get used to it, you could probably find fast ways to build it. Okay, yellow out, yellow out, yellow out, 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 out. Top right doesn't have output. Did I rotate it wrong again? I rotated that like 10 times, and it still didn't end up correct. Input. Let's do the woven ones first. Input, 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 input. Okay, and then input, 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 input. Okay, that should work. This one's output, so this is fine. Now we just need to replace a couple of these with medium power poles, which hopefully this powers everything. I think it does. And then red belt can go here. And then we'll have sulfur on this belt. Actually, can we sideload this? No, we cannot. We'll just do this. Because I want sulfur to be produced here. Yeah, I can't really see. Because the color that they chose for the concrete looks very similar to the power. But it should be good now. As long as I don't have anything trying to grab from the power pole, I think we're okay. Okay, that'll probably work. I think that's as many as I wanted. Was that better? No. No, we definitely didn't need to do that. We had plenty of space to not belt weave. But it's really fun to belt weave, so I wanted to do it. We also don't have nearly enough engine production to run this many. So, like, it's pretty much all entirely useless. But hey, we did it. Okay, and then we wanted to get petroleum. We wanted to do sulfur here. Because I decided that it would be too annoying to get another liquid down here. Or to get another solid down here. And I stand by that, at least for now. Okay, that should work. These need to be connected to power, and then plastic will come through here somehow. So I think we need an underground, and then, yeah, we could technically get sulfur through here. We would have to do something weird like this. Actually, we'd probably, yeah, I don't know how we would do it. We need like one extra tile. Maybe if we expanded this over. Yeah, we would have to do something weird with side loading. I have no interest. Well, one, like I said, I can't do speedrunning anymore, so any speedruns aren't really going to happen or be. Yeah, there are no plans for speedrunning in general, but definitely not. Definitely not a random one with lots of biters. I don't really find biters to be an interesting mechanic at all. So doing challenges that rely on just making biters awful isn't super interesting to me. I almost always play without them, with speedruns and just casually, because I don't know. I don't think they're that well done. I don't play this type of game to have enemies or defending, but I also like play Minecraft and peaceful and all that stuff. I know I love games with combat, but there's a time and a place for it for me, and it is never. Or no, it's not in this genre of games. Warp Torio, obviously, without the biters would not be anything. So this one I do have biters on. But in general, you won't see biters in that many challenges. Occasionally I might do something with default settings. Anything ramping them up. Maybe if I run out of stuff to do in like a couple years. The yellow blinking inserter. Oh yeah, because I deleted the power pole to connect the belt. Good catch, good catch. Thank you. Okay, I think everything's good. Let's just leave the planet. There's nothing else left here. Can we shift this up a single tile? Yes, and kind of. Yes. Yes, okay, we can. We just need to move this over a little bit. Okay, that'll work. But yeah, these all need to be shifted up one tile. So that way we can have the petroleum go through here. And hope we don't need light oil or heavy oil ever. And if we do need them, I don't know, we'll hand feed it, I guess? I don't really know. Honestly, if all you want to do is launch a rocket, lube hand-fed enough engines is perfectly fine. Like, hand feeding with lube isn't a terrible idea because you need so little of it. Yellow oil, you could also just buffer the rocket fuel up here. So technically, I could manage without any other liquids going through the base. Sulfuric acid would have to be connected, but that will be produced on the bottom where sulfur is produced. So yeah, that would be pretty easy. Yeah, no, this actually... Yeah, that's not a terrible idea. We can just hand feed engines. I don't want to hand feed large amounts of resources, but I think I can hand feed something I only need like 500 total of. And I think I'll be okay. I don't know if this is actually connected. We also didn't move the inserters. Oops. Okay. Is the plastic going anywhere? I don't actually have the plastic connected. How do we do that? Huh. We need to connect. Which one's plastic? We decided this one would be plastic. Okay, that's not terrible. It's a lot easier if we put the buffer downstairs. Let's just put the buffer downstairs. Yeah. We don't have anything in the middle, so for now we can cover it. It's something. It's definitely something eventually, but I don't know what it is. If it is a problem, we can definitely move this belt around it fairly easily, though. So for now, I just want it connected because I want blue science. On it, also, until we get blue science, we can't even get whatever that is. Okay, so now plastic is here. Okay, so we said we wanted a buffer. Does it matter where the buffer goes? I don't think so. No, we'll just put it here. We'll do 6 chests. I think if we use 6 chests of plastic, we're doing pretty good. So we can assume that this is enough of a buffer. And then does this output on the correct side? I don't think so. No, I think it goes here. If I want it to be even. Not like it matters. But it's always nice to have some kind of even output. But if I am doing that, I do need to split it, huh? Sure. I guess, yeah. Okay, that'll work. We can clean that up later. We've redesigned our base enough. We're no stranger to fixing ugly things at this point. Okay, how much longer do we have left? We still have 90 seconds. Okay, what else can we do? Oh, we could actually hook up blue science. That would be good. Blue science, we want to piggyback off of the blue belt? Or the red science belt, which is easy enough. Can we end this here? Does this have to go this far? I don't think it does. And what that allows us to do is sideload here. Yeah, that's way nicer. If it allows us to sideload up top, it's just a lot easier to connect things. Left side lacking power. You mean the stuff that we've disconnected? Yeah, yeah, we're working on that. Okay, I honestly don't want this many. We're going to delete all of these. Actually, that's not the side I wanted to delete, is it? Oh, well, we need to redo it anyway. Now that we have more space, we can afford to make a wider one that only is on one side. Because we want this side for production and stuff. We also probably can cut the red science a little bit. But let's see, we can only get 4 sciences. So if we want a 5th science, yeah, we definitely need to redo it. Which is easy enough. Yeah, because the 5th science can go here really easily. Yeah, and we can shift these down and belt weave it through there if we want. Yeah, that won't be a problem. Let's do fast inserters through the middle, I guess. It actually doesn't really matter. But if we do this, it saves some poles. And it looks nicer. Yeah, I like this. It's not actually connected to anything. Also, we should probably connect the other resources first, but that's fine. See, what isn't connected? This is getting stuff, this is getting stuff. Oh, I think that's everything, actually. No, I think we're good. Oh no, do you have any of the image on the top platform? What? I do not know what that question means. Okay, we have power. Let's see. This is a dark planet. I think that doesn't really mean anything. Maybe it has more biters? I'm not really sure. Right, harvester platform. It's really nice not having to worry. I'm so glad we redid the buffer system. Oh, this is a dangerous planet. Okay, that's what that means. It said it was dangerous. It did not lie. I thought it was lying. It wasn't. But considering they're all just regular biters right now, this shouldn't be too difficult to take care of. Oh, we don't have any military. We don't have any grenade upgrades. This is actually harder to take care of than I thought. Whoops. We could dance. Yeah, we can do some dancing. Although it's kind of a bit late. Oh well, we have steel armor. We're good. Yeah, there we go. That's very nice. Yeah, I think this is only the second time we've had a world with this description. But I've never had to actually like explore in a world with this description either. So we didn't actually get to see how bad it was. This is like a Death World one almost. Except it's a Death World one where you have like your defense is already made, so it's not too bad. Let's see, what do we need to research? Let's get solar energy for our dark planet. No, let's get stronger explosives that we were talking about. Would be a good idea. Because then it will make this grenade dancing a whole lot more efficient. Not like we do it that often, but it'll be nice for it to actually be worth something. We don't have much coal. Okay, we could do this. Yeah, I guess we'll just get our coal this way. Will work. Sure. Yeah, hopefully we don't run out of power in some random spot. Okay, how do we find oil? So like that's kind of the... This is the first time I've had to get oil or get anything far away in a base like this. I feel like this is not the type of planet to have an outpost in. So this might be a problem, but I want oil. But yeah, this is definitely not a good planet for getting oil. But you know, normally you would have radars or something going for oil, or like, you know, a screenshot of the world, and you would know where oil is ahead of time. You don't have to like blindly search for it with normal Factorio play. So this is an interesting experience. I guess just picking a direction and going. Teleport platform is your outpost tool. Does it Oh, I didn't bring the teleport platform. Whoops. Why does it delete it from your inventory? I forgot about that one. It doesn't delete the others, but it does delete that one. Probably because it replaces it, but I would much rather it just stay with me. But that doesn't help with the searching thing unless it has like a radar on it. Okay, well, we didn't find oil in that circle. That doesn't mean there isn't oil here. It just means I didn't find it. Also, we broke like half of our car. How's the coal situation? Oh, it's decent. Okay. Where to next? Where to next? Well, first we need to get the teleport platform. Like actually grab it. At least it's in a fairly easy spot to get every time. We just need to not forget about it. Okay. Oh, wow. We're already onto stronger explosives, too. Let's queue up more. We're just going to queue up random researches, because maybe they'll unlock things. I don't know. There aren't any warp upgrades I care about at the moment that only use green science. Like, we could probably do another boiler platform upgrade, but we don't really need that. Yeah, I think this is not our planet for oil. Mostly because I'm absolutely terrified of this planet, and I really... I guess if we lose our oil outpost, it's not that bad. They're not super expensive. I mean, it's annoying to replace, but if we lose it, right? Like, I think it would be cheaper to let the outpost die and abandon the planet than it would be to defend the planet. Is that oil, or is that just a shrub? That's just a shrub. We could probably put ammo in the car. That would definitely help. It doesn't help a lot because of the button that I have set to fire is actually really hard to press while driving. It used to be middle mouse click, but my middle mouse click doesn't really work very well. So it's like control space, which is really uses up like a lot of my fingers. It's just not comfortable to hold while attacking, which is part of the reason why I don't push biters very often. Because it's just combat isn't that interesting. And I use space as rotate. Space is a really good fire button. It's just I would much rather have it as rotate. So I just suffer by being bad at combat instead, which is a fair trade-off. I definitely prefer it because I rotate things a whole lot more than I fight. Okay, so if I place this, does this give me anything? No, it doesn't. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is a terrible planet. I don't like this. That's a big batch of enemies that we kind of got the attention of. Okay, I mean, worst case scenario, right? We just place the platform and we teleport back to our base and abandon everything. And we just leave it. So we do have an emergency out if we get overwhelmed by biters and don't want to fight them. And we can just flee. I mean, we won't get oil, of course, but we can't just flee. Okay, we found oil. It is a really bad spot. Cool. That's just what I wanted. Just what I wanted. Okay, how do we get this safely? I think the answer is we don't, right? I think we just accept that this is not going to last very long, but it will probably get us enough oil for blue science. Then we can't rotate this. If I chop these trees, can I replace it? No. Where does it go to? Does it matter? Now it doesn't. Perfect. How much can we power? I think this can carry 8 millage, 20 megawatts. That's a lot. That's like half of my power production. We're good. Hey, are there any more I can get? I think so. Oh yeah, there's plenty. I mean, I guess we can go, we can probably take care of the close base while we're here. That won't be a problem. Whoops. We need to be careful because we could definitely mix fluids if we do that at the wrong time. Okay, we're gonna make a backup save and hope that keeps us safe. And we're just gonna sit here and we're gonna spam the D key for like a really long time until they all die. Gotta do the dancing so that way they can't hit us. I mean, the biters can still hit us, but the medium biters do next to no damage. So the only thing we have to worry about are the spitters. And for the small biters, we can just throw a grenade on ourselves every now and again, and we'll probably be safe enough. Oh, we lost a lot of ammo there. I set them right on top of some acid. Yeah, this is like making no dent. We're just gonna not care about it, I think. Maybe we won't be attacked. Maybe we'll get lucky and this will be okay. I mean, how expensive is this really? It's only 11 outposts. Yeah, we're just gonna... There, look at that. We can make 11 pump jacks and we can pretend this is safe and won't die. And we're just gonna leave it and hope it gives us plenty of oil. I mean, look at that. We've already filled up 10% of the tanks. Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot of oil. I guess it's really far out, isn't it? 2,000%. That is a lot less oil than I thought. But we do have mining productivity, so that's actually like 4,000%. Which is pretty good. Definitely more than we can consume, which is the important thing. Okay. This is not actually connected somehow. Okay, now we have plastic. Hopefully enough petroleum. Ooh, if we're buffering petroleum like this, prio-wise, nothing is going to actually get to acid. Unless we're overproducing, right? And maybe we'll get enough. I guess we don't need a ton. Yeah, we might be okay. Gosh, oil cracking will be fun if we want to do that. Which we probably do, because it's... Is it more space efficient? I don't actually know if oil cracking is more space efficient. Like, it's energy efficient. It's probably not space efficient. Yeah, that didn't last long. Hello to you. Hey, do you happen to know if oil cracking is more space efficient than basic oil processing? Because I would imagine with all the gaps you don't have to have with basic oil processing, you could probably fit more stuff. You just can't split, but with cracking, you can split the floors. I feel like that's not normally what people are concerned with when they do oil processing. Because let's see, this is advanced, and this isn't even doing anything with the advanced. Yeah, I can't imagine this is better. We will probably delete like all of these. Yeah, we're definitely gonna delete all of those and replace them with basic. We've also decided to just like abandon the oil outpost and not care about it. I probably could have defended it. I just didn't want to. I mean, it's not too late, is it? But yeah, yesterday I was trying to figure out which button pulled up the debug menu, since someone was asking about it. And I was just trying every combination of F4 and F5 because I knew I had rebounded to one of those. Like it was Control or Alt or Shift or something. And you know, being not really thinking about it, I was just pressing all of the buttons. And I did try the combination Alt F4, and I only lost about 5 minutes of progress, but it was a little bit unfortunate. It was fun. But hey, I figured out the button. That's the important thing. Okay, what do we need for more refineries anyway? Oh, look at that. Look at that. We have blue science, which will probably buffer because we are not producing a lot of blue science. So we want it to always be producing no matter what. I honestly thought this would be more. I don't know why. Oh, wait. Part of it is because I wanted... Okay, we need speed mods because we are relying on this to upgrade these. That was part of the plan. We'll also need speed mods here. We also might need to expand this. I don't actually know if we have enough of any production for what we just built. We just kind of built stuff. I like halved a lot of things, and if they run full time, the half ratio is correct. I just don't know if they will run full time, so half might not have been enough. How did that get there? I don't know. But we have plastic, finally. Circuits, perfect. Let's make... Speed mod 2s will probably be very, very worth it. Except for the fact that we don't have any... we don't really have anything in this floor. I have crude oil on top. I have everything on top. Just because that was the easiest place to build it. It's not going to be a good idea. But I mean, it's probably safe enough that I can... that it's not terrible. I might increase the size of it too. I just kind of placed what I had wherever I could see it. But yeah, I guess if you're crude oil limited rather than like space limited, advanced oil does have that advantage because it means you don't need to get oil quite as often. So maybe the amount of space I'll save on the refineries will be compensated by having to do extra storage tanks, and it won't actually make a difference. Currently, we are just not producing petroleum, which means we're probably not producing sulfur. So how can we change the prio? We could do this. No, we can't. That can't reach across. Yeah. Well, I guess we'll just... I guess we just won't produce blue science until the buffer backs up. That can't be a good solution. I mean, we're still getting some. This occasionally gets petroleum, right? We'll figure something out. Let's just grab the steel and do a small... Wait. Did we not set up iron production? Why are we mining so little iron? I can rotate the blue pipes? I can? I did not know that. I just assumed you cannot rotate anything in there. Does that help? I wonder. Maybe. It might help. It'll be weird, but it's possible that I can split the oil off here instead. That didn't work. Or wait, no, it worked. Okay, yeah, that works. I mean, having the split before it's consumed. It's a bit ugly, but it does work. For now, until we unlock a third one. But yeah, it'll do the job. Okay, let's see. Refineries. I don't think we have any refineries. Yeah, we're gonna switch it over to basic for now, because we have to research some things. So let's do we'll do a basic oil. Okay. Yeah, I like this more. I haven't done anything, but I like it more. Okay, there we go. This one won't work, will it? We can rotate it. We can use our knowledge. Wait, did we cut off water? We cut off water. That won't work. Well, I mean, we can make it work. Yeah, we can make it work. Yep, that'll work. Okay, sure. Let's just go with that. We just need something at the moment. I don't know. I figured when I first heard about the super beacon, I thought it was gonna use up. I thought it was gonna use up more of the factory floor. I mean, it technically uses the entire factory floor, I guess, but I thought it was going to be like the entire room, not just. Wait, why didn't this power? Oh, does it need to be medium? Yeah, these need to be medium to power across because of the belt. But yeah, when I first saw it, I thought it was going to do like the entire floor, not just the actual factory floor, and exclude this area. Eventually it will cover more. I don't know if it'll ever cover the whole thing, but yeah, we're kind of using it. We're relying on it for blue science at least. Which is limited by something else. Oh, it's limited by engines. Of course it's limited by engines. Okay, that's good. I wasn't sure if it would cover the whole thing or not, but that definitely makes me more prone to using it. Yeah, I imagine it will be great at some point. Oh, it can take prod modules. Interesting. That might be more worth it then. Why did I delete these? Oh, right, because they're getting attacked, and I figured I might as well recover them. These ones can probably stay safe for a bit, though. Okay, we'll stay as long as we can. We want to get as much oil as possible. But we do have a lot more oil now, which is great. Or a lot more petroleum, so we can actually power our plastic production until we run out of coal and have another one. Okay, so if it takes prod modules, can you, like, double... Gosh, how large can that get? I'm imagining a world where we run out of power. Wait, what? Oh, one of the pipes that the biters attacked. I thought it was oil, but it was actually our power. Oh my gosh, this wall of corpses is great. But yeah, how much does the beacon hold? Okay, I could see how having prod modules in this could be pretty broken. If you're just willing to sacrifice like all spec all all production speed entirely, but like everything will be free. That's a fair trade. This why is that blinking? I don't think you actually need to connect power through things. I'm not quite sure how power works. Like, I don't know why this is blinking. Did that actually connect power correctly? You can combine prod and speed modules. Yeah, the combination of them sounds pretty great. Let's just prep to leave. You don't need to connect power to it. Okay, so if you don't need to connect power to it, how do you power the assembling machines? Do you only need to connect power if you're using power on that floor? Is that how it works? So you take power from it or put power into it. Okay, so I don't need to like connect it everywhere if I don't need it. Got it. You've heard of Orptorial before, but never understood it. The gist of it is you can't stay on a planet for long, and you're stuck in a little, tiny little base that you can't upgrade. And the upgrades get pretty powerful, it's looking like. But you just gotta make a slightly compact base, and it's a challenge about, well, a lot of people play it as a hand-feeding challenge, it seems. I play it, but it's also like a challenge in making a compact base, which is fun. Or just having a good buffer system, because we did completely redesign our buffer system and it looks so much better now. Cool. I love the auto teleport. It's great. So we lost power is the only problem. Like, they ate the water, that's why it was blinking. And now we just have no water. But as soon as I fixed the water, they ate the water, which wasn't great. We might start doing double. I also don't know how much power we use, but we'll see if it fixes itself in the next plant. Now that we have like the beacon things up, we might start having power problems. That's a terrifying thought. Oh god. Okay, so we have to manually defend. This might be a bit of a problem. Okay, we'll be okay, but yeah, our we at least need those inserters. I thought there was going to be enough buffered ammo, but the waves get pretty strong, so we didn't actually end up having enough buffered ammo. It should be okay soon enough. We're just going to do this. And this will stay, and hopefully that will at least get enough power to refill the turrets. We only have to hold out for 2 more minutes, so we should be okay. We can also just run around with grenades and kind of fix them ourselves. Kind of like limit them down to save ammo. But yeah, that was a bad time to go downstairs. Mining outposts? Oh yeah, what happens if we abandon those? I don't really know. We could also use the mining outpost to help defend if we really need ammo. I think someone said if you don't mine the mining outpost... Are the turrets left? Or does it leave things behind? Someone told me that if I don't mine them, what's on the outpost gets left behind and I lose the turrets. Which is why I've been picking them up. But if that is not the case, then I was just lied to. Okay. Well, that makes it a lot easier. I never wanted to test it because I was very hurting for resources back in the early days of the mod. So I never like tested abandoning it. Well, hopefully that's true. Yeah, not having to mind that will make reclaiming the outpost a lot easier. Because then I can just wait, and when you only have to mine the outpost, I mean, it's still a bit tricky to mine the outpost, but not too bad. But it means I can leave it to like the absolute last minute and I'll probably be okay rather than having to get like a 3 minute window of cutting production. Yeah, let's hope this holds out. I think it will. Because there's a ton of ammo in the outposts. It's just the main base. Once I ran out of power, obviously ammo wasn't refilling. I kind of forgot about that. Maybe I need like a separate unconnected power plant for the ammo. Or I could go back to burner inserters for refilling the turrets. It sounds silly, but they're safe. Oh, but if you don't reclaim it, you do have to go back to the floor. Yeah, spitters start to appear. Okay, so if you don't reclaim it, you do have to go to the bottom floor and grab it again. Psych. That would have been a good one. I would have understood. Okay, how's our power? We'll need to check how our power production is to see if it was like a biters ate my power problem or a our base doesn't have enough production problem. But it's possible we need to actually get the boiler floor water, which honestly, that could be our first research. If we can figure out which one it is. Whoa, what is this? People have been talking about this. I don't know how to use combinators in vanilla. I can't imagine I could make use of it in this. Oh my gosh, 500 blue science. Warp a small amount of water from the planet. The fact that it's a small amount doesn't seem that great. Is it at least one pump? If it's less than one pump, this seems useless. But if it's a full pump, I mean, that's not too bad. So the planet you just saw, it's 8 pumps? They consider 8 pumps a small amount of water? How do people play this game? I guess that's like, I guess that's how much I use in like any percent almost. But like, I've never made like a mega base that used any more water than that. I guess in my burner only run, I did use like probably 30 things of water. It's small for a nuclear reactor, I guess. But also like nuclear reactors use less water than steam or than steam engines. Okay, well if it's 9 pumps, then I'm definitely going to get it. That will be our first blue upgrade. It will take a really long time to get, but then we'll never have to worry about water again. We might still have water being. Actually, yeah, no, we'll never have to worry about water again. I honestly thought it was going to be a single tile. It just seemed. I mean, every other expansion has been so minor, right? I wasn't expecting one of them to actually be pretty large. Okay, let's see. This world reminds us of home. Okay, so this is an actual usable planet. That's nice. What do we need for copper or for this will work. Yeah, a single tile would have also been enough. Two two would be nice. But a single tile, actually, I don't know. Can you use multiple sides of a single tile? Is that how it works? I don't think so. No, that uses the tile. But yeah, it would have been enough to at least keep like the bare minimum. What are those furnaces for? That's where I decided to make bricks for some reason. Don't ask me why. I don't know. I decided to move the stone up here and then turn it into walls up here and then send it back down. It didn't really matter where I produced walls. I had extra belts, so I just decided to produce it where I was already producing it. Because originally I used to get the stone here and I would belt it over. Oh, the electric furnaces? Oh, those are the turrets, or those are the castles. I don't think they do anything. Maybe if you wanted to extend your base, you could have like a turret system over here. but like if you wanted to use this whole platform, you could have all your turrets here because it's called the turret platform. But I've never felt a reason to put turrets there. Maybe if I get flamers, it would eventually be useful. Did we recover our car? Yes, it's just very broken. But yeah, currently I don't have a use for them. Sometimes I use them to like teleport a little bit, but for the most part I just ignore them. Maybe we should grab the teleporter this time. The turrets on top are not actually useful as turrets. I was really hoping they would be free turrets because the description of it kind of implied that they might be free, which would be very nice. Because, like, honestly, if this was one free turret that just weakened biters on the way, that wouldn't be that overpowered. And I think that would have been cool. But alas, it is not how it worked. Oh, we could have used one of these outposts. We might do that. Because this isn't a full lane. Because this one is larger. It is right next to a base, so it will probably be attacked more, but I want a full belt of copper. Why are half the refineries not running? Probably because I didn't connect them. I don't know. That is a good question. Actually. Oh, because we're not producing enough petroleum. That's fine. Or we don't really have enough stuff consuming petroleum at the moment for the refineries that we have. Because I think we're engine limited for blue science. We could increase our plastic buffer so they run full time. Because I think we briefly stopped it to get sulfur again. But yeah, the nice thing about having a small base is you don't actually need a ton of refineries. So we probably could have managed with advanced oil. It's just at the time, it looked like we were very low on petroleum. And now that things are backed up, we're not very low on petroleum. So we definitely didn't need to do that. But it's fine. I think we need to get a coal outpost soon. I think our buffers are low. Maybe we should get a speaker system. Actually, I want to check. I should probably check on that now. Yeah, this is so difficult to get to the to the basement. Yeah, okay. Maybe instead of mining copper, we should be mining. Oh yeah, we have plenty of copper. Okay, let's go change the copper outpost to a coal outpost. See, we could get this one. Did we run into another patch? Oh, we did run into another coal patch. It's much smaller, so we'll just use this one. And look at that. We're halfway to warp boiler floor water. But not because we're researching fast. It's just we had probably like 200 buffered blue science, and now that's gonna slow to a crawl because we don't have consistent production there. Okay, that should work better. But yeah, if you didn't notice, we redid the buffer system. It's way better now because we moved our smelting up a floor to the tower, the little tower outpost, which is so nice. We don't have a great coal distribution system though, so I'm not super happy with that because we have coal. We can connect coal from 2 different spots, but the stuff we connect from the top can't go all the way to the basement. It can only go to plastic, which is a bit unfortunate. We also need to prioritize refueling the power. Oh, yeah, our power production is fine. Maybe we should just add more water tanks. Actually, yeah, let's just add. We're going to add some water tanks. No, wait. Why would we add water tanks? We're so close to boiler floor. You can use one item to construct a mining outpost and remotely sends the items to the base. Yes. These little things, the harvester platforms, are little squares that you can put drills and turrets on, and they're really awesome. And you just walk up to a patch and you plop them down, and it teleports them directly into the base. Before, it used to be a lot worse because we didn't have a great sorting system for the ore, so we had to be very mindful of which one we used for what. But now we can just place them on whatever resource we happen to be low on, which is awesome. So it is much more functional now. Part of it is because we just learned what we're limited on. And then another part of it is just that, like, knowledge definitely helps a ton there, but also just getting more space made it that we were able to redo our buffer system. But I kind of want to get iron from here. Except that's a pretty large base, so maybe not. Because, like, we can get more iron from our outposts if we, like, manually hook it up. But the problem with that is that it's hard. I guess we don't need oil this run. It's just I kind of want to refill oil anytime I get the chance, because you never know when you're not going to be able to find it. But I also don't want to spend like 10 minutes looking for oil every time. So maybe, is there a better way to look for oil? I don't really know. Oh, these are so many good outposts though. We really should we really should move them because I don't think we're getting a full iron lane from our original outpost. Well, I guess we can check that, right? Is it in radar range? It is not. Okay. Let's just teleport. Still not in range. I don't know. I know there's radar for upgrades for like the factory floor. I didn't see one for the top, but that would be cool. Okay, this is only missing a couple miners. I think what we're going to do is we're just gonna make sure we take this whole patch. I don't know, that seems like a lot of work, very little. Okay, well we should definitely upgrade these to red belts. So that way we can connect more stuff to them. Same for the the auto warping is, if you can tell, it's a bit annoying at times. Because sometimes you're just trying to like walk to avoid some mouse movements and you just keep warping. Okay, let's see. This outpost is decent. Let's have bots upgrade. The trick is bigger oil buffers in the base, so you need to look for less oil. That's true. That would work. The only problem with that is that we found a lot of oil last time, and it still didn't even fill up our buffer. So we need even bigger buffers. And just more mining productivity also helps. But yeah, we can increase the buffer size. Okay, that should be good. Okay, so we want to move this over right on top of the enemy base, because if we move it on top of the enemy base, we can get more drills. And honestly, is there copper over there too? Yeah, let's just move both of them. You didn't even speed. Oh, that's true. I didn't speed module the pump jacks. My original plan was to just abandon the pump jacks though, so that's why. Because if they were going to be left undefended, I was fine losing steel, but I didn't want to lose anything else. But they're so easy to recover and defend. Like, even when they were right next to a giant base, they were easy to defend. So yeah, we can definitely speed them next time. Which we could do pretty easily. This is a very convoluted way of doing it. But it works. No, it doesn't. Where's the easiest way to get green chips? None of them are really that easy. Can this fit? If this can fit across. Okay, that works. It's really ugly, but it works. Yep. Okay, that's what I'm doing now. So there we go. Here's my here's my speed mod assembler that I definitely don't need. But I don't want to handcraft a bunch of things, so it'll work. Oh my gosh, this is a lot of red chips. There's some amounts with absurd amount of oil. Really interesting. I mean, I guess that makes sense. I haven't really seen any yet, but yeah, it does track that they would exist, considering a lot of the worlds have extra resources. How is that being damaged? What? What is that? Oh, is that the outpost that I... Wait, that takes damage? What happens if it dies? I thought that was invincible. Weird. We should also... We're not buffering grenades anymore. We should refill our grenade buffer, since we have to be a bit more aggressive now if we want more resources. Or we just need more mining productivity. Or we need to get lucky. There are lots of options, but the easiest one is to just be more aggressive. If it dies, you have to... Okay. You just have to pick up a new one. Got it. That makes sense. Does it have to be after the warp, or can you just immediately do that? There we go. Okay. So these are all working, but now we can get a lot more iron here, which is great. We do have to manually connect it, but we can abandon it if we want, because it's only really... We'll only lose a pretty small amount of resources if we abandon it. So we might do that. As long as we don't use too many red belts. Can we process this much resource? I don't know if we can process this much iron. We might be able to. This might not help at all. Can you have multiple outposts into one unloader? I don't know what you mean. Wait, did I need coal or did I need copper from this one? I don't really know. I think we're just gonna go back to base because I don't think until we get one more platform size upgrade, we can't actually process 2 red belts unless we slightly redo the buffer. Why aren't these backing up? Is this not a full yellow belt? Oh, this is only 21 miners. That's not that many. I thought we had a lot more miners in the outpost. I guess since most of it are turrets, it will be a lot better when it gets an upgrade. Which, speaking of which, if it gets an upgrade, we're gonna have to cut some stone buffers, which is a bit unfortunate. How is this not backed up? I guess it is backed up, just disproportionately. But this looks like a full belt. In the space hub where you have the ore buffers, can you have multiple outposts into the output? You mean like have multiple going into a single chest here? Not really. If you use circuit logic, you could do something like that to make it that you could get like probably half a belt, but it's a lot of work. And I also don't have circuit logic yet for that. But the issue is it goes into a chest, like it doesn't output directly across, it goes into a chest first, which means if you input like half a belt of iron and half a belt of copper into these loaders, it's going to output whichever one is last, not like the same thing that you put in. Why not just route 2 lanes into the first player at where the mining post enters the base inside? You mean like using this thing? The teleporter gate? Because I don't like connecting miners to this outpost. It's just not worth it, in my opinion. I don't find it that fun to have to reconnect outposts like that all the time. The only reason I'm doing it now is because I'm very low on resources, but normally I don't care that much about getting a little bit of extra iron. Even if it makes it take longer, it will make it a lot less fun. See, I think we're good on copper. Let's go switch this to... We could refill our iron buffer. Okay, there's iron over here, so let's go get that. That's a lot of trees, and we have 2 grenades. Can we get more grenades? I guess we have bots that can destroy trees. It'll take a while, but the bots can do it. Oh my gosh. I can't walk through these trees. What are we going to do with all the wood? I don't think we're going to do anything with the wood. Also, by the time we finally get this, we only are going to be staying on the planet for like 5 minutes more, so it's not really worth it at this point. But we tried. Okay. Let's not stand there because we will get blocked in it. We have done it before. Okay, that looks good. That will help replenish our iron buffer. Where is this connected? Oh, this one's connected here. Okay, so when we get one more expansion, I want to change it so that way these can each output 2 belts of resources, and this can output 2 belts of resources. So I don't think there's anything we can pass through other lanes. It's really unfortunate that you can't really at low throughputs you can pass multiple resources through these chests. But if you want like a consistent belt and you're not using it, like and if you're using it in bursts, it's just very things break a lot if you combine the resources. We did it early on when we didn't have a choice, but now we just stick with pure belts if we can. I really want one extra belt here. I want one extra tile. Which upgrade is it? I think it's the harvester platform, which I think we can get next. Not the factory floor. We don't care about that. Which one is it? Harvester floor? No, harvester floor is this circle. These are part of the harvester platform, which is hold on. All right. Yeah, we need a harvester floor. Sorry, not a harvester platform. Are they locked behind something? Because I do not see them anywhere. Harvester. Oh. They're locked behind mining productivity too. Cool. That's cheap. It's only 500 blue science. Okay, we need to fix our engine production. uh, apparently, if we want anything to work. We also need to change this. Okay, that's cool. I don't know what you want me to say to that. Obviously, there are different systems. Honestly, I don't really play Factorio casually much, so this is like my first time ever having to build any form of sorter. Am I using the expansion mod? No, it did not look fun at all, so I'm not using it. I almost installed it, but then it just, yeah, didn't add anything I cared about. People recommend it a lot, but to that I say I hate biters and things that add biter stuff. I like the missions aspect of it. I didn't like the extra biters it added. Slightly defending the base is the limit of how interested I am in biters. What are we limited on? We can probably make more engines from this, right? Because currently the problem is we need engines for blue science. And to get that, the easiest option would be to build them here. Because there's plenty of iron coming through here, which we can use for engines. Kind of. Except we can't get the steel over here. Uh, what if can we increase this size? What is this limited by? Well, that probably doesn't help. That probably does not help our engine production. So we apparently have half the blue science we thought we did. So that would contribute a little bit to the slowness. Does it have is it like the same missions that, what is it, MSI uses? Is that what it's called? Because I liked the missions in that, just combined with the small platform. I think I would burnt myself out on day one if I played with it, so I'm just like pretty quickly decided not to do that. Similar to MSI, yeah. By itself, it seems fun, or maybe with a group. I like the idea of it more than I like the execution of the missions, I guess. Which is how a lot of mods go. I've never really... This is the most I've ever gone into a mod before.
Fish taco, the fish taco.
Yo! The fish taco one. I don't hear that one very often. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for the follow, Laponzi. Yeah, this is the farthest I've ever gone in a mod. I don't know if I can expand this or not, because I don't know how much steel I use for military science. I feel like if I expand it, it will work sometimes, which I guess is still something, but it's not great. Where else can I make iron? Are these backed up? No, this is using all the iron. Yeah, this definitely can't really be expanded. Okay. We're gonna warp, and then I'm gonna call it. I think I'm done for the day. Do we need to recover anything? Kind of. Yeah, we should probably recover the mining outposts because we do have an expansion. It's not super expensive, so we could leave it, but we might as well take it back if we can. We have 5 minutes to do that. And then blue science should be a lot faster. Also, we have we have productivity modules in the blue science now, which will help. Hopefully we have more steel going into the engines. I can't say for sure because I honestly don't know how much military science we used. It's like when we're not using military science, we should have enough steel. When we are using military science, we don't have close to enough steel, which is how it goes. And then I don't think we expanded that one. Okay, so we can leave that one. Oh, that's true. We could speed mod the miners. We meant to do that. I guess it's just we were planning to do that like 5 streams ago. It just took us a while to get to blue science, so we kind of forgot about that. Yeah, that will be useful, especially on the right half. So actually, let's go do that now. We did not have nearly as many speed mods as I thought I did. What is that? A 40% increase? Oh yeah, that's pretty big. Okay, so now they will always at least have a yellow belt, right? Well, let's see. How many miners is this? 23 plus like probably 30% times 2. Oh yeah, that's pretty big. Let's up our speed mod production then, because I think we can afford to upgrade our speed mod production. You know, it's really weirdly done, but it's technically expandable in a very weird sense. Is it expandable? It might not actually be expandable. Hold up. I think I need to place them here if I want them to be expandable. Yes, this works. Sure. Okay, it's expandable. It's just ugly. And once we have speed mods and everything, it doesn't matter much, but that's a little bit better, kind of. Maybe better isn't the right word. Different. There we go. It's different. And then productivity modules in blue science would be good because we're still very engine limited. Okay, speaking of engine limited, I mean, they'll rely off of buffered steel. So like there is a ton of steel buffered. So even if this can't, yeah, we definitely can't regularly produce this many engines here, but we can burst through our buffered steel, which is like 500 buffered steel. So that's a lot of engines right there. So that's enough to get us boiler floor water and the mining productivity upgrade. So at least is enough to get us some tech so we can change how we do things, which will be great. We definitely don't need miners here. I thought we were going to be losing a lot more miners, but now that we're just upgrading things with speed mods, we don't really need to worry about that. Also, we're about to get a platform upgrade, which will be useful. And that will double the throughput of our buffer system, like, really easily, which will be great. Like, it's very trivial to double the throughput of this. I think for the purposes of stone, we'll only ever limit ourselves to run one red belt. But for everything else, yeah, for everything else, we could use a double lane. At least in the input buffer. Not in the output buffer, but we could definitely use it in the input. Then iron will be able to double the output, because the iron is the only thing we use a ton of anyway. The other ones, we just want to be able to buffer them less often. Whereas iron, we want to, like, always be able to use the full belt. Do we care about the water? Did we... Wait, did we hook up water? Yes, we did. But this will be the last time we have to hook up water. Okay, I might be able to hold out until we get that last 3%. Because I do want to see the boiler water. We'll see how it goes. Okay, speed mod the speed mod. There we go. And then what else can we... We can speed mod the prod mod. Then we can prod mod the prod mod. No, wait, we can't prod mod the prod mod. There we go. Productivity modules. I don't know if we have the power to support this. We also have a bunch of labs that we can expand, but not really because, I mean, we're not producing anything, so we can't really expand the labs. Okay, we got the boiler floor. I have no idea what this means. What does this mean? What does that description mean? This planet is like you're journeying through warped space-time, stuck somewhere between a rock and a hard place. Is it just a bad planet? Oh, is it like a low-density planet with... Is it a stone planet? What a useless planet, if that's what it is. That's great. I like it. That'll come in handy. And then we also need a speaker. Oh. Oh, that's what you meant by 4. I wasn't expecting it to come from multiple directions. Okay, and now we never have to worry about water again, which is honestly really great. Like, it's a pretty minor quality of life thing, but yeah, we'll never lose power because our water ran out again. Now we'll only lose power because we ran out of coal, which is worse, which means we need a speaker system. I don't know how to make a speaker system. Which one do I want to use? I mean, ideally it would be like a total solid fuel. I could use solid fuel. I don't feel like I have much oil yet. But we could plan for that, especially if we do advanced oil. Solid fuel would be pretty good. Global playback, coal, less than 2,000. Wait, I probably don't want to connect it to that one. Probably want to connect it to the low priority one. Where did I connect it? Oh, it's still connected to the original one. Okay, where did the wire go? It was deleted. Okay, that should work. That doesn't give us much of a warning. Maybe we should have done this chest. I mean, that gives us a small warning that we're running out of power, I guess. We probably could have done something else, but that'll work. Hopefully. Show alert? I don't know. If we hear any beeping, we'll know what it is. It's not like we have other things. Okay, these are still going strong, so I mean, these buffers are not emptying that fast. So the fact that we stopped using piercing rounds probably helped, like for our defenses. It's a problem if we get attacked by medium biters, but honestly, I think we're going to keep leaving at the 25-30 minute mark anyway, so we don't have a ton of medium biters to deal with. So yeah, switching away from piercing rounds saved a ton of ammo. Just because we have so many damage upgrades that we're one-shotting small biters with yellow ammo, so the upgrade wasn't worth it. We have other upgrades we can get to. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Someone was wondering about this earlier. Unlock the reactor ability to scan and reveal surrounding areas. Charting also adds an invisible radar to the factory and boiler floors, if you have their center buildings. So I guess that's like the beacon. Okay, that's pretty good. What is this? What is that? I have no idea what that is. Is that like an emergency, like go back home? Oh, this is a lot of text away. Okay. So there is something we can get that starts with the radar, which will probably make hunting for oil easier, hopefully. And it will make it that we can actually see our floors, which is mostly matters for the mining floors, because we can't see the other side. It is a consumable item to teleport to the platform. Okay. That's what I thought it was, but I wasn't confident. We don't really need to mine anything. I guess we could get stone. Yeah, we'll set it up next time. If we grab them and then head to the surface, we'll at least have an understanding of what we're doing next time. And then this one doesn't have any speed mods in it yet. But that should work for now. Because we are pretty careful. We generally put the right harvester platform on iron. We've been pretty good about that. It doesn't matter which we put now, because it is more flexible, but we've still been trying to avoid it wherever possible. Why did I put speed mods here? Where did I even get these speed mods? That works. That's good enough. Good enough. Okay, let's set these up, and then we'll set them up. Yeah, this is a stone planet, so it's just not useful. It's really not that useful. I mean, how much military science are we producing? I don't think we've produced military science in like an hour, and it has not mattered. Partially because everything we need right now is mostly blue science. This does require military, but it doesn't require a ton. It's also going to delete a lot of our buffer, I think, because the warp harvester platforms are not handled well. Like most things, they have a warning telling you not to build stuff, but these don't have that warning. So last time we got an expansion, it did delete the entrance to our buffer. So that might happen again. You have wanting to make a base on a planet? Oh, like as soon as you start? I think maybe if you had construction bots, it wouldn't be too bad. Having to do that by hand every time would make this incredibly tedious to play. Like it's already tedious, but that would definitely, I don't know. It sounds like a very good use of resources. Like if you could get good at it, it would be useful to have that extra space for production, but I think it would be like immediate burnout. But that's it for me today. Um, it will be a lot of short streams for the next couple weeks. Oh, there's a resource that removes it completely? I didn't really check that far. I knew it could be extended. I figured there was a limit. That sounds very... I mean, I guess if you have enough flamer turrets, you could hold out for a really, really long time. But at that point, I think I would just stop playing the game and just go play regular Factorio. But I mean, that could be a fun end goal. Like if you think it sounds fun, you might as well do it. Or you can try. could be a cool end goal for you. But I have to end it here. Not really I haven't been really feeling great this week, so I can't do long streams. Hopefully my allergies and retainer get cleared up soon. So that I can start streaming again and talking like a normal person. But yeah, have a good one. Peace.